guys, so today is the start of a new series on this channel, which I'm going to be talking about authors that I'm working my way through their bibliography. This is my second time filming this because unfortunately my memory card got full and then it just stopped recording and I didn't realize, and I just kept talking and then I didn't know where it had stopped, so I just decided to film it all over again. Anyways, so to start with, I'm going to talk about Ianforster, of which I have read Howard's End, which I read in the last quarter of last year, and A Room with a View, which I read really recently. It's actually my last batch reviews. Yeah, I really like Ianforster. He is an Edwardian writer, and he tends to criticize Edwardian society, but in a really subtle way, in a way that's very believable through his characters. I quite enjoy his writing. I think I gave both of these 5 stars. The next book I'm planning on reading is Maurice, which is slowly making its way towards me from my book depository order that I placed this week. I also ordered a short story by him called The Machine Stops, which I'm really looking forward to. So I definitely check out Ianforster. He is one that I'm working my way through. The next one that I am working my way through is an author I do not mention nearly enough on this channel, and that is Elizabeth Gaskell. The first work I read from her, sorry, I'm just kind of got my pile of books on my lap, was North and South, and I was actually just talking about this with Mary from If Mary Books. I think that's her YouTube channel. And I absolutely love this. There's a mini-series with Richard Armitage in it, and it is just absolutely fantastic. It is set in the north of England and deals with tensions between the northern manufacturing and the southern more genteel society. Really fantastic. I would recommend this highly for fans of Pride and Prejudice and generally Jane Austen. If I ever get around to doing my If You Like Jane Austen, Read This video, this will definitely be in there. I have also read by her Cranford, which is set in a small English village, and it basically deals with social norms, if that makes sense. It's quite a short book, probably the shortest by her, and I really liked it. It didn't quite capture my imagination as much as North and South, but it was very good. The other one that I have read by her is Wives and Daughters, which is her longest book, and it also was unfinished. The ending leaves a little bit to be desired, but you have to realize she died when writing this, so that's a little bit sad. But I did really enjoy this. This was the first If I Like Big Books read, which was way back last like May, June, and this I really enjoyed. Yeah. So the next book I'm going to be reading by her, hopefully in the near future, is Mary Barton. This is another one, just judging from the back, that deals with class issues and also deals with manufacturing, I think. I'm also judging from the cover because it's got these little smokestacks on the front. Yeah, so I've had this sitting on my shelf for a while, but I just haven't gotten around to it yet. So hopefully by posting this video, this will mean that I'll read this much quicker. The next author will come as no surprise to anyone, and that is Shirley Jackson. My love affair with Shirley Jackson started in September when my friend Cassie bought me We Have Always Lived in the Castle, which is still by far my favorite Jackson, for my birthday. I read it in one night and I absolutely fell in love. I really want to reread this, but I feel like I need to read the rest of her body of work before I can allow myself to reread it, although I may make an exception. So since then, I have read, and I'm realizing I didn't grab this one out because all my other Shirley Jacksons are the modern classics, except for The Haunting of Hill House, which is one of the Penguin horror series. Yeah, I quite enjoyed this. This was chilling. I think I gave it 4 stars, but on reflection and like thinking about it, I want to feel like it's more like 4.5 stars. It did pale slightly in comparison to We Have Always Lived in the Castle. Jackson's rating is Southern Gothic. She deals with small American towns in general. I think they're American. I feel like they're American. Yeah, in general, on reflection, American. And generally what is wrong with those towns. So other things I have read by her is Hang the Man, and I feel like I talked about this in a video. It's set in a small college town, and it's basically the main character, Natalie's descent into madness. and it's based on an experience Jackson actually had where in her small college town a girl went missing on like a hiking trail. So this was really interesting. This was the next Jackson I read and I really enjoyed it. I also love the cover. I love these modern classic covers. And the most recent one that I have read is The Road Through the Wall, which deals with a small community, like a gated community, and it was, honestly, I really struggled whether or not to give this 4 or 5 stars. I love this quite a bit, and honestly, giving it a couple days, I think I want to give this 5 stars. Yeah, it deals with the residents on Pepper Street, and it is very, very interesting. Jackson's writing tends to leave you with a lot of questions. She never fully answers things, and if you don't like that kind of thing, you will find her writing very frustrating, but I really enjoy it. I have unread on my shelves a collection of her short stories, which includes The Lottery, which is probably one of her best-selling works. And I'm really looking forward to reading this. But I've also placed an order when I ordered Maurice and the Time Stops for the Sundial. Yes, I ordered the Sundial. I think I have one more that I need to get by her, and that is Bird's Nest. So I am looking forward to reading those, but my most recent order was for the Sundial, which was recommended to me. And yeah, so those are 3 of the authors that I'm working through their bibliographies. I'm probably going to make this into a bit of a series because I couldn't get through every single author that I am working my way through because there are quite a few. So I'm going to try and post one of these videos a month. And yeah, let me know if there's any authors that as soon as you read a work, you just absolutely have to read the rest of their work. I tend to give myself a bit of a break in between readings because I don't like to read authors back to back because I find that leads to a lot of direct comparison between works. Yeah, I generally like to give myself at least 3 or 4 books in between before I pick up another one. So yeah, let me know if you guys do the same thing or if you just binge read an entire author, and I will see you guys next week with another video. Bye.